All right, let's go over the basics of drawing your face. You should have your worksheet. It also has the steps laid out. And you should have received your self-portrait picture today. I have one as well, so I'll be going through the steps too. Let's start with some of those basic things. The first step on your worksheet says to begin drawing a portrait, you'll first need to draw an egg shape. So I would like you to remember when sketching, you don't have to push down really hard and make a super strong line. You can keep it really nice and light. So here I'm starting with the top of the head, coming around. It's not quite a circle. It's going to come down to be that egg shape. Next step, splitting it in half. Most faces are very symmetrical. Not always, but this center line will still help you correct any not symmetrical things. Then you need to divide it in half with the width. So let's see, it's about this long, somewhere in here is my middle. Doesn't have to be perfectly exact. Then, to get where the bottom of the nose is, you split this second half in half as well. So somewhere about here. Then the third step is a third of the way down from that nose, you're going to split up where that lip would go. So this would make it into thirds. This is that line I need. Now we're going to get to some of the eyes. The eye would be if you could split this line into 5 about equal pieces. So let's see, maybe here, here. So 1, 2, oh, not even. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not perfect, but it's at least a great way to start. These ones are going to show me the width of my eye. So in here, you can always think about the circle and then add the eyelid over it. If that's too much, you can always just make that pointed oval shape. Either one will work. Remember, we always use pencils so that you can erase back. Take away the parts that you've sketched that you don't want in your final picture. So now I have 2 eyes. The next step is to put in that nose. Remember this line, we talked about it, is the bottom of your nose. And between the eyes is the bridge of your nose. Down here, circle. When you look at your actual picture, you'll have to grid it out to see if your nose is wider than these lines, if it's a really thin nose, if it's a really round nose. That's why we put these lines on, is to compare it to our actual face. But to start with this just general face shape, like we're doing as our first step today, I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. Got it at least started. Then the mouth. The middle of the mouth is right here. That's why we went a third of the way down. And the bottom half of the lip is somewhere near this line. Maybe you have thinner lips, maybe you have really wide lips, probably not. I'm going to start drawing that out. There's always that fold somewhere near the middle. I'm drawing nice and light. I can make lots of lines. I can make lots of corrections that way. Because I've seen it a lot. Let's remember, we don't use pen in art. You'll regret your choices. All right. I always think it's really important to have those eyebrows, so make sure you've got those in there. On your worksheet, it has that in the same step as the eyes. Remember, they show a lot of emotion too, not just the mouth. And what else do we need? The ears. The ears start around this line and end right around the nose. So it can come off the side. This person's ear is getting a little big. And then you can erase out those lines and give it a neck and start to really see how you've made a straightforward face. The neck's going to come down a little below the ears. Basic face. You're going to follow along with your worksheet after watching this video and make a basic face as well.